Welcome to episode 6. And this is episode 6. This is actually probably the 5th live episode that's been recorded, but it is the 6th episode overall because the 5th episode was a best of, a clip episode, because I think, 4 episodes in to the first time of me doing any kind of show like this, I think a clip show was deserved because we've had so many great moments here. We've had some laughs, we've had some tears, and I think that a clip show was warranted. So I hope that you enjoyed it. There may not even be an episode 5. Who knows? So maybe this is episode 5. And maybe I was too lazy and I never actually made the clip show. That may just be how it rolls. So we're here in City Skylines. I was just gonna, play this for a little bit and not record it, but I thought, hey, that would be stupid. But so let's play it and let's record it. Now this version of City Skylines is the version that, because the Epic Game Store recently had a giveaway and they gave away this game for free, which is awesome. So I have a legitimate copy of City Skylines, and I'm able to showcase it on today's video. So I've been putting together this city for a while. Look, we have a rocket ship that's about to go off, and it's a pretty decent sized cities, I guess. I mean, I know there's larger ones, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty expansive. I've put a lot of time into, I guess, the transportation network. And one of the big ones has been the trains. Just look how much money the city spends on freaking trains. $38,000. Right behind health is trains. So this city is really about trains. And when you start peeking into the city, you'll see why. Look at all these people that are using the train right here. So interestingly enough, I have some mods. I built the city in a vanilla City Skylines, but recently I started adding mods like this, where we have Toyota cars, we have Land Rovers. Look at the incline that these cars are parked at. Jesus. These cars are parked, the e-brakes on these cars better be on. So I have some realistic cars. That's one of the mods that I have. I don't have a lot of gameplay. I have like the traffic. Look how many people are at this train station. This is nuts. Look at all these people. There's Jesus. These people are just, I guess in this city, there is no coronavirus. The coronavirus has not impacted the city because these people are all, if there was a coronavirus, this whole city would die. And I mean, so this city, I haven't used any mods for money. There's no unlimited money. I mean, it's not on hard mode or anything. It's just on normal mode. And the 8 million that I have has all been obtained through, I guess, just playing the game. The taxes that I did at some point. So if we look at some of the statistics of this city, we can see how the city has grown over time. So we see there is, some pretty steady growth here. And there is a plateau at around the 50,000 point. And then I don't know what the hell happened right here. Let's put the influx. Oh, we can't see that. So there's an influx. There's been a steady influx, but obviously there's a bigger influx here. And I'm going to go into some of these spikes here, which are pretty interesting. And then we have the population changes. And we see, it reach a peak here. And then it went into a valley. And then it came back to that peak. And then another valley. And now we are at the highest peak ever at our current population rate. So let me see, so our treasury, and we can see where the money's gone up. We had a peak right here, and then coinciding with that, the population change was likely this decrease in the treasury because, and here we see where the budget went down, and then, it's been on the up and up. And the value, it went down, but now it's on the up and up. But we should be, what kind of number is that? E to the 07. So it's like in the millions of whatever. So, and then where's the death rate? So the death rate's pretty. Oh, here we had. So these valleys right here. This is such an interesting thing. Like this is such an interesting game and tool. Available jobs. So we have the most jobs. Employment's going good. The education level is, I guess, good. I guess this is like elementary school, high school, college. I don't know. Then we have students going up. Tourists are at peak levels. The tax income has been going down. So we used to be getting more tourist tax income, but now we're not getting as much. I wonder why that is. Even though we have more tourists, happiness is on the rise, ladies and gentlemen. Residential zones, those are going up. Commercial zones, those are actually going down. Industrial zones went from almost nothing to now we have some industry. We have office zones have been on the steady increase. Prisoners, steady increase. Well, it's a big city. So we have some interesting statistics here. So we see the city expands over, I think it's 9. What is that? 4, 3, that's 7 plus 2. Yeah. So 9 squares in this kind of weird shape. I mean, I guess I could have gotten this one here. I got this square because of the rail connection. And that's been, I think, a big part of why the city has grown. But there's this interesting glitch in city skylines. Maybe it's just my city, but there's a big traffic jam of trains, and I really can't do anything about it. So we're going to use this little mod, the first-person camera. Let me change the movement speed to the fastest, and I want to show you what's going on here. So we see there's this huge line of trains, and I mean, a lot of this game is managing traffic, creating pathways of least resistance so that your city can run as optimal as possible. So we see here on this exit, and now obviously here we're on the outside of the city, that it just goes and goes and goes, and there's this traffic there's trains coming in, yes, so they're meeting traffic inside the city, but the trains that are leaving, there shouldn't be this traffic, because the train should be smoothly leaving the city and, just disappearing into the void. But the game does this interesting thing, which I don't know if this thing is fixed. I have none of the expansion packs or anything, so maybe this gets fixed with a later version. But in the vanilla version of the game, if you have a train line going in, it spawns so many fucking trains. And it takes so long for it to deal with the train at the edge of the map that look how backed up this is. This is crazy. So if we go to the edge of the map here, we see the trains are all backed up. They should be moving over here. Like, if they're not moving over here, no wonder they're not moving over there. So look, this train is like stuck here, and it'll take it a while for it. See, it just disappeared. And then it spawns the new train. It's like spawning the new train, and look, the people, look at that. Look at that. That's creepy. It's like this ghostly little girl there in the void. Like, what kind of shitty train is this? It leaves you in the middle of nowhere. Look, there's like crowds and crowds of people over here that are waiting to get on or off this train and come in or out of the city. Like, look, there's like tons of people here. So the game is doing all this processing over here, but what that's doing is trains are not allowed to despawn here at the end of the track, creating a huge traffic jam, which I can't do anything really about, which brings us back to why I had these huge drops in population, because I thought, well, maybe if I reset it, maybe if I go here and delete this little chunk of track, it'll clear the traffic and then it'll start working. And when I did that, I mean, it worked in the sense that, yeah, all the trains got cleared, but then when I put it back, the traffic jam came back. But while everything was despawning, I was losing people in the thousands and the city almost died. So I kind of got to keep it connected. It's like the city really relies on the trains now. For a lot of the city's history, it didn't even have the trains because the trains were in this map is only accessible in this square over here. So this is one of the latest squares I got, and then incorporated this whole. There were no trains in the city before. So Let me give you a little look. Oh, the daytime's coming, so I'll be able to show you what's going on. So I have a bunch of different mods in the forms of cars. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, there's a bunch of Toyota models that you'll see in the city, Toyota and Lexus models. Look at that. This is a Lexus and Toyota family. I mean, they don't have much choice. They could either be one of the game's vanilla models, one of these Toyotas. I think I have a Subaru in there that one of the mods. I definitely have the Toyota truck. I have Land Rover. I have, what is this? Is that what kind of car is this? Is that the Subaru? No, that's the Ford. All right, so I have Fords. Let me decrease the speed. Let's see. So let me there we go. Let's just go, look around the city. It's a pretty interesting city. Here's the Subaru. Oh, look, it's morning in the city. Look, these are the Camrys, right? What is that? Is that the Camry or the Corolla? Can you even see it? Yeah, look, it's the Camry. All right, it's the Camry XLE with that Pennsylvania tag. I wonder if that's somebody's real tag. Look, we got the, I think, is that the GX? It's like the Lexus GX or something. And you could tell like different modders are making them. This one, they tried to do too much in 3D and it just looks messy. The Camry, I think, is less polygons, but it looks cleaner. Like here, they tried to model the lights and stuff and it just doesn't work out in this kind of low. I mean, it looks fine, and especially from a distance. Looking at it super close. And I appreciate the developers that did this. Look, there's like different tags. Oh no, but this is another Camry. So we have the Camry GE. So we got like different Camrys in here. But I mean, that's to be expected. Look, we got the old Toyota truck, more Camrys. Oh, look, we got the Tesla. These people got the little Tesla in there. What do we have here? It's another Toyota. We got the Fords. Oh, we got a BMWs in here. All right. Look at that. Look at that nice BMW. We have, what is this? We got a Range Rover. Oh, we got a Rolls Royce. Boom. That one looks nice. Whoever did that did a great job. They look fresh. That looks fresh. The Rolls Royce looks fresh. And then look, we got buses all over the city. Look at this pollution. Do I really have like an industrial area like right in the middle here? Oh yeah, I do. Right along here. Just cranking out pollution. So this is like my train yard. So this took a couple of iterations. I'm not saying this is the best. I mean, but a lot of the traffic is this traffic of trains going out, which is eventually just going to back up the whole system. I mean, Jesus. But you see here, I took the strategy of splitting it up into, because the more intersection points, obviously, that you have, the harder everything becomes. So if you can split things on and have straight lines as long as you can, now you'll still have problems like this, where, the slowest factor is then going to back everything up. Oh, and we have some modified trains too. Look at this. These are not, from the vanilla game. But this use of bridges is obviously needed here. I like this little intersection because it could be a real place, And then we have these long rail yard right here. Everything. Look at this old railroad hump. And then it goes underground. Everything goes underground over here. And then some of it comes out here. And then we have these big feeder lines coming into the city right here. We have underground stuff as well. We have, look at this honeycomb of stuff going on here. So we have lines, I mean, probably the densest is right here, where we have these primary lines coming in from this side of the map. Because over here we have our airport. So it's like we have where all the trains are coming in from. This map had all the trains kind of really weighted on this one side of the map. So it used to be that it was intersecting and then they were going every which way. I thought, let's feed everything into the system, have everything run through the system, and then it can come back out and go where it needs to go. And the end result is this little honeycomb, which I'm quite proud of. It's not clean, but it kind of works. I mean, I'm really at the behest of this glitch of the game, where there's this huge traffic jam because the game is taking too long to despawn the trains at the edge of the map. That wouldn't happen in real life. The trains would just keep going. But hey, but yeah, look at that. Look at that honeycomb of track right there. That is intense. And then You see that we have these rails, they're going right into here. And then obviously we have a huge transportation center right here at the airport, a huge hub. And I guess I've kind of modeled it after in the city where I am, in the city of Miami. They recently built what they call an intermodal hub. And, it's pretty much just a place which connects your airline to the train and so we actually have all the different forms of transportation right here, other than ship, because there's no water access right here. But we are able to have, that would be interesting to put an airport out here on the water, put an island airport here right next to some of the docks. So what we have is, I at least have tried to provide a robust enough network to move freight and people throughout most of the city by rail. So you have multiple options to get around. You have bus options, you have rail options, you have underground rail options, and we see here how this whole thing is snaking along. Where we get, you could see where the cities are, where the city is kind of cut into different chunks. Highways really subdivide cities. And in real life, they do that as well. And there's plenty of people who've gone over the history. But just look at all this land area that's taken up for this infrastructure of everything feeding into the city. It's quite remarkable. So the way that the city was designed, it really started probably right here. I think the first grid I had was like right here. And there was this highway that was coming in. And, roads were built. I think this was one of the early roads that made its way down to the water. And then, we can see how this is all built up. This is incredibly complex. We have everything from pedestrian crossing, railroad crossing, highway crossing, and then we have some pathways. So we have this little park here. There's no name really for this park, but it's a nice little, maybe it should be a little park area. Let's, Holly Square. Okay, that works. Holly Square can encompass the park. And then we have Walnut Square, and then here we have the airport. This should almost be another section right here. This should be a section, and then that should be a section. So this is its own little district. There we go. And then this should be its own little district. This is its own. Boom. So let's get rid of all of that. There we go. Here we go. Boom. So now we got that going on. And then I think this is just going to chew up this. Sheffield Hills is just going to annex all that. And then middle square, Sheffield Hills is going to have that. And we may cut Sheffield Hills in half. So we'll take half of it, and it's going to just become something else. You know what I mean? It's no longer Sheffield Hills. You're no longer in Sheffield Hills. Orchard. Is it orchard or orchard? Because it's an orchid, but it's an orchard. Right? I believe so. All right. So here we got a new district. We're doing some redistricting right here. You know what I mean? I've been mayor here for, 100-something years? This guy just won't stop being mayor. All right. So we have these little squares. High Heights. So it's a quaint little city. Look at that. We have this traffic circle where there's this cross path. And we have some parking areas. Look at this. Here we have a little parking area. Nice. An interesting thing about the parking mod is that the cars float. Like they don't glue to the floor very well. Look at these little houses. These are, I think that's one of the mod houses. Maybe not. Maybe that's in the vanilla game. Nice. Look at that. The rail is just like stuck. It's like backed up all the way. Jesus. There's nowhere for these trains to go. I mean, if they're not leaving the end of the map, where the hell can they go? These people have houses right on the edge by the trains. That's wild. I don't think these people should have houses here. I think these should be like commercial. It's not reasonable for there to be houses there. I just eminent domained all these people. You guys are out of here. Look, these people took their little box. That's all they have. That woman has like a little lunchbox. She's out of there. But you know what we'll do? We'll add some more land so that you people can have a place to live. How about that? Boom, boom. Everybody can get their house back. Cool. I like these little modified houses. They do look a little more realistic. Boom, 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 boom. It looks like American suburbia. For sure. For sure. So leave in the comments what you think of the city. Maybe you have a cool city that you've done and you'd like to showcase. I mean, it probably doesn't really matter to me, but you know, good on it. Hopefully you were able to get this game when it was free. That's the best time to get something, when it's free. I'll leave this little parking lot. Oh, cool. Somebody's using the little diagonal spot. That little parking stuff works pretty well. The only thing is that when you do get up close and you can really only see it. Oh, these are pretty good. These are pretty glued to the ground. If there's any kind of elevation change is when you'll get some floating cars. There you go. Here we have some floating cars. Hey, dude, what's going on with your Rolls Royce? I don't know, man. When I park it in some places, it just floats. Because I think there's a gradual elevation change over here. So it like goes down. And I mean, I'm sure somewhere in the mod, a line of code may change that, but I don't know. Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool. We could fly through this building here. Woo! Woo! Man, this city looks intense. The ultimate game would be like it would be a mix of a couple of games. The city building abilities of something like City Skylines, and then within that game, if you could be like a GTA character, and you know if the graphics on the ground were as good as GTA, which it could be. I mean, because everything in these assets, I mean, it doesn't have to match it, but you can improve the assets enough where they just are. I mean, then it's just the processing of it. But when you enter that game mode, your renderer could work in a different kind of way. Obviously, it would be a very hard technical feat. Look how long this road is. And then we're going to go under this bridge at some point. Like, this view of your city gives you a whole other perspective of like what's going on. Like, it looks like a video game from the other view, but from this view, you really get the immersion of your city. Like, that's wild. And the better assets, like, it's unlimited. If you just... Oh, look at this house. This is a nice little house right here. Boom. The house on the corner. Oh, it's really like two houses. Wow. Where are we? This is an expansive city, man. Where's this road going? I don't even know where I am. You get lost in the city. I mean, it is expansive. I mean, the amount of life that it's able to build in, and the fact that you put it probably makes it easier. You know, you can build all the parts, but you can let the player put it together. Wow, look at this overpass thing. This pedestrian walkway. Imagine walking, like if this was a real city in real life. Wouldn't this be beautiful? A pedestrian walkway that kind of floats above the rest of the city. You know, imagine a viewpoint like this in your city. Let's see, where's like the high point in this? Like right up here. And you can look across. Look, you can see when the rockets launch. You know what I mean? You can see... Wow, you can see the stadium from here. What else can you see? I mean, you're above the highway. Look at all these people. Look at this old lady strolling across. Wow, this thing is pretty steep, isn't it? Is that like unrealistically steep? I don't know. It might be. If this had RTX reflections on the windows, you know, instead of just reflecting that one little image, I do like that they put... Is that like a real texture inside? Or is that just all part of the image? Yeah, that's just all on the image right there. It's like, oh, there's a floor. I mean, it's a cool effect. But for the GTA version of the game, but even GTA, its reflection boxes are pretty lame. Let's see. If I go... Okay, so right here. Can I fix the steepness of this? I think I can. Let's see. Let's see if I can make this a little less steep. I know it doesn't really matter for the gameplay mechanics, but for the realism, it counts. So I need this to go down a level. Down. There we go. And then from here, where the hell can I go? From here, it can... I know grandma's gonna have to walk a little further, but at least it'll look realistic. Sim grandma's gonna have to walk a little further, but it's okay. Boom. So we'll do some of this. And I can just get rid of this. And then just... So now it'll loop into there. I get to use up more of that real estate, which is nice. And then look what I get to do. So the simulation can start again. Now I put one of these little gazebo things, which I always like doing. I plop some benches down. You know, let's see. Boom. Now we have people walking across there. Here they come. Here come the people. If you build it, they will come. They are coming. So let's plop a bench down there. Plop a bench down here, you know. Oh, rotating these stupid benches. Plop one down here. Then plop one down here. Boom. We got little benches. Let's see. There's a place that there could be a little grill. You know, people may be a little hungry. I wonder if anybody actually uses the grill. Boom. We got a little grill there. Maybe you need some magazines after you just did that long walk. You want to get the news because you've just been hiking for days across this thing. I mean, look, you can come from all the way over here. I mean, it definitely expedites your walk. Look at all these people. They love this thing. They're like, yep. We get a little kids playground thing in here. We can put one of these clock things right here. That looks cool. Oh, look, we can get some picnic tables. Ooh. Boom. We'll put some light. Nice. Oh, look, there's little chess tables that can be going on here. What else? What else we got going on? Oh, look. Food stall number 1. Nice. There's freaking... I didn't realize there was food stalls. There's freaking food stalls. There's sandboxes too. No, I don't want to put the sandbox. Oh, look, there's this cannon thing. Food stall number 2. Oh, this is like the coolest little corner that there is. Like, you get to the end of the journey, there's food out of vans and trucks. Who doesn't love food out of a van? I mean, come on, folks. Now we're talking. Boom. Do anybody go to these pop soda? Or these just sit there as like props? Probably literally like props. I mean, that's what they are. But hey, it looks nice. Nobody's manning the food stall. Those hot dogs are getting cold. All right, this city's doing all right, you know? Look at these epic bridges. Imagine driving across this bridge. This is an epic bridge. Or taking the subway across this bridge. See, like you'd be taking the subway, and then you'll be riding across the river all of a sudden. All right, we are in the city. Let's see how far we go how long it takes to get out of the city. There's a lot of city here. Nice. Look at all this under the highway space. This is like GTA down here. Look at these highways. This is some serious highway-age. Oh, look, the nuclear power plant. Dun dun dun. This is some serious nuclear power planting. Holy smokes. Like, you ever want to look inside that's what's inside a nuclear reactor. That's what's there. Fact. Look at all these roads. Here we have another train station. A cool thing to do near train stations is, let's see, like this train station right here. Let me see how I do this. What would be the best way to do this? Oh, can I do that? Height too high. Damn it. Oh, that sucks. But that's cool that I was able to build it over. Is it clipping with it? Is it like... Yeah, it is. I can't do that. Let's do this, and let's do that. Where would be a good place? But I guess maybe right here even. This may be but it's not straight. So let's see. We can straighten this out. Okay, nice. And then if we can make this, and we can do, this shouldn't be residential anyways. And then if we can do that. And then this should be now a big fucking parking lot. And to make it a big parking lot, we should grab one of these long ones. And we'll do Control A to turn on road anarchy. And then we will try to line this up as best as possible. That should help us, and that water shouldn't get polluted up there. Because that's one of the fastest ways to kill your city, is to have the water supply be polluted. People will die And that will be the end of your city. There will be no more people, no more Sims. That's Sims with a C, and no more people. You like this little industrial section I have going on here? Right in the middle of town, spewing out a little bit of garbage. Look at all these buses stuck in this freaking traffic circle. Why are they stuck? What's going on? Why are they stuck? There are no stops inside the traffic circle, right? There shouldn't be any stops inside the traffic circle. All the stops should be outside of the traffic circle. But then, like, where are they going? Look how many buses have to run through here. Look how many buses there are in the city. This city is very well covered by buses. Like, there's little areas like this that need to be covered by buses. Still. So we're going to give them a bus line. And some of the rules for the bus line is to make sure that it connects to another bus line, you know, to make it the easiest for someone to, you know, get into the network, really. And if you have trains and stuff going on, you know, let's be logical. Let's try to get the people where they need to go. All right, that's a good one. Now, where's the next nearest line? So we'll take this line and we'll add a stop there. We'll add a stop here. All right, so that line can now go connect with that one, and then that brings people into that part of the city. And then there should be a line that goes from here, and then from here, and then now connects with this part of the city. That thing can come down here and really connect some of these, and we can get all the way to the train station and connect with that bus, and connect with that bus, and connect with this bus, and connect with that bus, connect with this bus, and come right back over here and connect over here. Now we have something connecting that line. Now we can have, there's like little shuttles and things that are coming in through there. You have bus lines over here, bus lines over there. We have a couple mini bus lines here. We can have a little shuttle bus kind of take us around here. Let's go right here. This is a little interesting part of town where the rocket ship goes off. That's pretty interesting. So these little areas, connect them with a bus line, you know, let's get them connected. And then you want to add stops where there's like overlapping bus lines so that people have a chance to change from one bus line to the other. You know, we want look at that. We have bus lines all over the city. I think that's the only way it's been able to survive. It's been through having. We have people going into the city. How is that water situation over here? Is the water back? Yeah, the water's back. It just goes through those kind of. I love how these are flooded now. I mean, I expected them to be. That's funny that these houses literally right by where 90% of the water in the city's made, they don't have water. They're like, how is this possible? We're literally hundreds of feet away from the machines that are sucking the water out of the world. And when they turn on the faucet, no water. Look at that. These places were abandoned. Why were they abandoned? Because there was no water. Look at this dam holding all this water. You know, it'd be an interesting experiment bulldozing this dam and just letting the water just flood down and destroy everything. Destroy it all. I wonder that would be. I mean, it would be like a shockwave. I mean, look at the wall of water that's sitting behind this dam. Literally, all these buildings right here. Whoever wrote the mortgages for these buildings, there better be some good damn flood insurance on all this. Because if that dam goes, all this is gone. All of that is gone. All this low-lying stuff, goodbye. Goodbye. I may have to just save it and then try that and just see what happens and then bring it back. Look at that. Imagine being like down here. Imagine like you're gonna propose to your longtime girlfriend and this shit just blows while you're down in the wall of water. That would be horrifying. Look how much. Look at this. Look at the size of this dam compared to these people that are walking by. This thing is massive. Look at how many water pumping stations this city needs to run. It is massive. Massive, massive, massive. Look at some of these skyscrapers they're building here on the edge. Nice. 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 Is there another rocket ready to go? Come on. All these bridges out here in the middle of the water. What? What the fuck are you telling me? You telling me I can't build something there? What the fuck are you telling me? That's pretty smooth. Nice. Look at that. Nice smooth slope. There we go. Look at all these colored buses coming in here. Wow, this has almost been an hour right now. These episodes go by much faster when I'm doing this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I mean, I think City Skylines is just a fascinating, fascinating thing. Extremely fascinating. All the data you could see about your city, it's really quite incredible. It is really quite incredible. This city is bustling. You want to hear some of the sounds of this city? Sure. Let's hear some of the sounds. What are some of the sounds? I guess you can't hear any of the sounds. You just hear the sound of my voice. That's it. That's all you get. All you get. Look at these cars. This city is happening. Yeah, so one of the big things, other than obviously the railroad tracks, is this big, very straight average traffic flow. Look at that. They're saying this building has some of the worst traffic flow. Here's some of the traffic hotspots. All right, so this big highway, this is probably the longest stretch of straight highway. And like 2/3 of it are above ground and like 1/3 of it is below ground. Look at the below ground part. It goes under this whole chunk of city. And then look at all these things that are weaving into it. It's like spaghetti. And then we have that little branch, that little dog leg right there. And that's connecting our little industrial part. I got to see what's happening here. Why is this all messed up? Why isn't anybody moving? I don't understand. And then there's no lights on this. No, there's just stop signs. Maybe there should be lights. At least maybe on the big roads. See, I don't know why these people aren't fucking moving. Who's not moving and why? Let's see, is there a stop here? I'm telling you, there's a freaking stop here. That shouldn't be here. No, there's no stop here. Why are you telling me there's a stop here? There's no stop here. Why are they stopped? What is going on here? Maybe a traffic circle isn't the best option. Maybe the best option for this intersection. We're going to get rid of this. I don't like this stupid traffic circle. Doesn't look that good. So let's connect these. That's fine. Let's connect these and let's connect those. That's fine. And then let's bring this up. And then bring that down there. And then let's rezone all this. Let's make all of this that's jumbled up into office zone. So let's grab the office zone and let's cover all that. And then let's get rid of some of these little spots of little single use office zone, and let's put some of those, and then now that should be pretty gravy. Let's do that intersection. How about that? Let's look at this mess that the game has to sort out now. It's like, whoa, I gotta sort all this mess out. And it's like, yep. Now we're just gonna have a conventional intersection at a weird angle, but still a conventional intersection nonetheless. Definitely at a weird angle. But I think this may be a little cleaner than the previous solution. Because they weren't going anywhere in the traffic circle. They were like stuck. I don't know what was going on there. Now the little road can continue business as usual. You know, if you're just trying to go through the little road and the two big roads. All right. That's a nice stretch intersection. What does that intersection look like from the ground? That's one of those intersections that from up top, it looks very much like a video game. From the ground, it just kind of looks like a normal intersection. I mean, why wouldn't it? Is this a little steep? That looks a little steep. Why is that so steep? That's supposed to be so steep? Because the column is right there. Can I make the column over here and have it? That seems a little better. A little more realistic. Nice. So I think that'll actually do that intersection a little bit better. Just conventionally take care of that. All right, folks. So this has been an hour with me playing City Skylines. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe or don't. Leave a comment or don't. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.